Friend, hey, friend. How are you doing? I have not talked to you in quite some time, friend. I want to know how you doing. How is school doing? I hope you're being good. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Hope you're being good to mommy and Tyler, right, friend? But I know I miss you, okay, friend? I miss you. I do miss you. She's graduating from kindergarten. Wow. Wow. Graduating from kindergarten. I feel so old. So that means she's getting ready to go to first grade. Friend is going to first grade. Well, congratulations to my friend. All right, y'all. This is the last time I'm doing this tonight. So, Gloria, thank you for coming back on, and good to see LaWanda Tillman on. Uh, I know you've been going hard in the paint this week as well. Tyler says hello. I was in Brooklyn last week um, for a couple of hours, but um, Tyler's being in Savannah at Isaiah Mama House. All right, well, I have to make sure I see Tyler while he's here, while he's at Isaiah Mama House. I look forward to seeing you, Tyler. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. I'm sorry for doing y'all like this tonight. It's just, I'm just determined. I'm just not going to let this technology get in the way or mess me up. Um, y'all just come on back in. Let me know when you're back in. I apologize. We're still in my hour time frame, so I'm gonna try to hopefully, maintain the same hour, so you won't be too impacted by all of my computer drama. So come on back in. Let me know when you are back in the room. Let me know when you're back in. Early voting is happening. Jim Bevo is back. Red Strawberries is on, reminding everyone to juice. Yeah, I'm just having issues. Mary, thank you still being with us. Joyce is back with us. Coach Cassell is with us. Sheba is trying to be nice to me. And Sheba know that we not nice to each other like that, but she's trying to be nice. Well, hey Sheba, thank you for joining us. Um, all right, yeah, I would love to have one of Friend's graduation pictures. Yes, I will. I will talk about that, Sister Tillman. As soon as we get everybody on, I will talk about voting and really why it's so important. I just want to get some more people in here, so I'm not kind of like repeating myself. But yeah, this computer has been very disrespectful today. Now, out of all the times when it don't want to do right, um, let's see. Lily is back. Good to see Pastor Thurman Tillman on. Thank you very much. Sheba says, I'm her favorite mayor. I think I'm your only mayor right now, so you're not really saying that much right now, Miss Sheba. Now, don't make me go ahead and talk. Um, Nick, you resending you that thing that I sent you about something that was promoting for the measure. You cut off a little bit, Nick. But yeah, y'all come on in. Let me kind of go through my little list, and then we'll talk. Can I explain if a person runs without an opponent, does that guarantee the person who's running that spot? Um, it means that the person is running without opposition. You still have to go through the election. You have to have the most votes. So, um, yeah. So you still have to run. So you could be running without opposition. You still have to go through election day. You still have to, be voting. I guess theoretically you could be a write-in ballot. Somebody can get more than you. So I don't think it's a guaranteed thing. Glenda Jones is on from the Board of Elections, and I'm sure she knows. Um, Terry Mobley is back. Um, Barbara Foster is back. Thank you so much. Um, we'll get a couple of more people on, and then we'll go ahead and just get into it. Just a couple of more things I wanted to talk about. One of the things really was to talk about the absolute necessity of voting. Early voting started on Monday. It runs for 2 weeks. There are voting opportunities on Saturdays and Sundays. Sunday voting. This is an opportunity for you to get involved and for you to get engaged. Early voting solves a whole lot of problems. Number one, it gives you an opportunity to go and vote at your convenience. You can vote at like 5 different locations around the county, and no matter where you are, you can vote there and not at your precinct. So you can go when you want to go. Uh, you know, and then the other thing is that you never know about weather. Um, and all these types of obstructions and things that happen. Good to see Cynthia Johnson on. I love that name. Faye Green, thank you so much. Um, the talent show, push the talent show. Okay, Tam Reeds is on. Thank you so much. Um, and it's just good to get it done. So many things can happen between now and election day. We used to want to wait until election day to cast our ballots. Well, I mean, I think when we know better, we do better. When we do better, we understand better. And so herein lies an opportunity for you to take advantage of technology. Early voting is secure, it is safe, and so you have the opportunity to go and make sure you get it done. And I would thoroughly, thoroughly suggest that you take advantage of early voting opportunities. You can go ahead and get that done. Go ahead and just get it done, get it out of the way. So that's one less thing in life you got to worry about. So in our community, there are a bunch of things you can go to, a bunch of ways you can vote. You can early vote uh, at the voter registration annex, which is on Eisenhower. You could do it in mosquito control. You could do it at Islands Library. You could do it at Garden City Library. You could do it at our Civic Center. You could do it at the Southwest Library as well. So that's what, one, two, three, four, five, there's 6 different locations all around the county. If you're a registered voter in Chatham County, you can vote during early voting at any of those locations, any of them. And then tomorrow from 9 to 5, you can early vote tomorrow from 9 to 5 at the annex on Eisenhower Drive. You can also go to mosquito control, and you can also go to Islands Library. You can also go on Sunday at the voter registration annex. You can also go on next Saturday and next Sunday. Again, there's no reason why you should not. No reason why you should not um, go and take advantage of that responsibility and go ahead and vote. There's no reason. So, Angie Scott, thank you so much for joining us. So, I want to make sure we push that. We know that it works. We know that it helps people be involved because, again, on election day, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's raining, it's storming, inclement weather, your car breaks, your dog dies, all kinds of stuff happens. You can go ahead and get this done and get it done um, on your time when it's most convenient to you. So just remember, tomorrow you can vote at voter registration on Eisenhower. Tomorrow you can vote at mosquito control, which is out off of Billy B. Hare Drive off of Dean Forest Road. Or you could vote at Islands Library. Any of those locations, you can go and vote. I might actually go and vote tomorrow. So go ahead and vote. Or on Wednesday, I'm sorry, on Sunday, you could go as well at the voter registration annex and you can vote from 9 to 5. So, all right. Um, Tam Tam says her birthday is May the 5th. Well, happy birthday, Tam Tam. Sherry Bryant, thank you so much and thank you for being here with us. Angie, you have not been trying to get in contact with me. You know how to get in contact with me. You know how you can get in contact with me. You got people that can get in contact with me. And in fact, I saw your people today. I saw him today. Gloria voted early and she got it done. That's the way to get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Someone asked a question earlier about police chases, and I wanted to kind of lift that a little bit. Um, hey, Carolyn Sunshine Smith, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Um, we've had quite a few, and I'll tell you, as mayor, it certainly concerns me. As a former law enforcement officer, fortunately, I've never been in a wreck. We have a responsibility to get to places as quickly as possible. We also have the responsibility to exercise what's known as due regard. DUE regard, due regard in terms of making sure that people are safe. Just because we have lights and sirens does not give us unmitigated, unchecked access. We have to only proceed when roadways are clear. To that end, also, I mean, with the city of Savannah, we don't chase as a matter of policy. But there are situations when someone is a danger to others, that sometimes things will happen a little bit differently. The incidents that occurred in Eisenhower, out on Whitfield Avenue, involved, was it Whitfield Avenue? Um, did not involve the city of Savannah. Neither did the incident that killed the two people in the Uber. That involved the sheriff's department. Um, so, actually, Carolyn, check this out. I think the mayor of Henderson was in Savannah. I had the mayor of Henderson in Savannah yesterday. You tell her that you're from Savannah. She was in Savannah yesterday. So, ha ha ha. She was, seriously. The mayor of Henderson was there. Tam Tam, send me an inbox and I'll get you the information. Um, so, you know, we have to balance that and we have to make sure officers are trained. Again, it's hard sitting in a police car, for hours of a day. A lot of them, their main job is driving all day long. And so it's always a challenge in being able to do that. But that does not give us an excuse not to be safe. Um, and, it's of concern. So we have been trying to do our best to address that as whether it's a systemic issue or whether it is a training issue. So, yeah, so somebody asked that question earlier, and I wanted to lift that up as well. Also, hey, Sharon, good to see you. Somebody asked me about what I thought about the Supreme Court, and I wanted to lift that up finally before I take any questions that you might have tonight. Um, as many of you all know, earlier this week, the Supreme Court struck down Louisiana's congressional map as considered being unconstitutional racial gerrymandering. Um, and although the court basically said that Section 2 of what's known as the Voter Rights Act of 1965 remains intact, it was essentially gutted. It was gutted because representation matters. And you know what? I wish we got to a point where we did not. And they're basically saying that racial or districting by race is wrong, but I would say that districting by party is wrong as well. Remember why the Voting Rights Act of 1965 came into being anyway. It came into being because people were not given the opportunity to be able to be represented. It does not say necessarily that people of color will elect people of color. It's saying that people of color will have the opportunity to determine for themselves who represents them, particularly where there is density of people of color. And so, this is deeply concerning for a variety of reasons. I mean, to me, you know, the Constitution does not allow race to be the dominant factor in drawing districts. And the court has already said that. Basically, the government should not sort people out purely by race, and we get that. That ultimately we want people to choose their representatives and not representatives to choose their people. But you know, the Voting Rights Act was created because, in the midst of while race cannot be the dominant factor, you can't just ignore race in a country with a long history of discrimination, which has often translated to majority parties leaving minority parties out of fair representation. And so Section 2 was really written to be able to make sure that those who are drawing the maps could consider whether minority voters have a real opportunity to elect candidates of their choice. Again, not to elect minority candidates, but they get to have a voice in electing their representatives. So, I mean, the law, in my mind, has to strike a balance. And so you can't use race on one hand as a sole or overriding factor, but you can't ignore race as if doing so would weaken or erase minority voting power. And that's why these issues are not just that simple. But on the other end of it, right now, I mean, we are, in some states, are districting because of race. I mean, or because of party. I mean, I don't think that's fair either. So I wanted to make sure I lifted that up because that's something that's been talked about. Good to see Stephanie Burgess on. Uh, Stephanie is a phenomenal attorney. I should have had her on to talk about it. Stephanie Burgess is a smart young lady. Always good to see her. Always out in the community, and we appreciate her. Lenard Young, good to see you as well. And Lenard is going to be celebrating his 20th years at St. Joseph Candler. So good to see you. Good to see Miranda Lumpkin-Lotson. Thank you for your work. Next week is Small Business Week in the United States and in Savannah. And the Mayor Small Business Conference is on Wednesday, and I'm looking so forward to that. Small businesses are the lifeblood of our community. And I will tell you that probably about 75% of the spending I do, and y'all know I'm a little tight with the money, but about 75% of the spending I do is with small businesses, and it's intentional. Small businesses are the backbones of our economy, and you can find almost anything you want from a small business. And I'm not bemoaning those of you all who are, on Amazon or Temu or those places like that, but what I'm saying is that when you spend money locally with small businesses hire local. When you hire local, then that is that parent or that child, a young person now has money to buy, pay rent, and to buy goods themselves. And so, the fact is that money recycles, the local dollar recycles, the small business dollar recycles. And so, there are people who just do great, great things. And I should highlight some of them. I know Bernice Lohman is on. Bernice does a excellent, excellent job. She just does all types of photography and video recording. So she's on here. But there are a lot of small business folks. Desmond Duval is on. He does photography and he does videography. Again, we have people out here who do these things, and they're local. I mean, Desmond also rents out cars or something. He does with renting out cars. By the way, tonight's beverage sponsor is Bonsai. It's a perfectly sweet, sparkling water beverage. And tonight's flavor is pineapple mango ginger, made with real pineapple juice. This is some good stuff. Now, it only has 10 calories, um, and doesn't have like 2 grams of sugar. So, this is better than, soda. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, any questions, anything tonight? I wanted to, again, I apologize. It's my fault. Things have been messing up so much. Um, oh, that's right. Sheba McPherson. Sheba has this, what's a 360 thing? You go stand on it and, it goes around you and you pose and you taking pictures and stuff. So that's what Sheba does. So, you know, she is. Stephanie Burgess is a powerhouse. Stephanie Burgess will get you out of jail or she'll get you divorced. Fortunately for her, for me, and for her, she has not had to get me out of jail. Um, um, you know, she has not been able to. She had to get me out of jail. She had to get me divorced. Um, no free endorsements. That support is worth. Hey, it's fine. If they do well, we do better. So Sheba is called Number 3 LLC. If you ever need one of those, um, what's it called? Maybe I'll do that next week. Maybe next week we'll ask people to come on and kind of drop their stuff. That might be good to do. Karina Smith, good to see you. And maybe I'll do that. I'll make a small business week next week and have people come on and they'll drop a link about their stuff. And so, if you have something you want to, put out as your business, it'd be a good opportunity for people who are looking for stuff to buy and services they need. It is a good opportunity to be able to do that. So, oh wait, Mother Sadie Campbell's in the room. Nobody told me that. So if Mother Sadie Campbell is in the room, we always stop what we're doing when Mother Sadie Campbell in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, Mother Sadie Campbell is 101 years old. She is the queen mother of Friday Night Live, and we are always so happy to have her on with us. She will not let technology beat her, so she has her own iPad. She gets on Facebook herself, and she is like on Facebook. She is an influencer. When you get to be 101 years old, you influence everything. So it's always good to see Mother Sadie in the room, and she knows we love her dearly. Sheba is saying Photo Booth Rental Number 3 LLC. Tell her that you saw us on Friday Night Live. So I don't know if there's anything else that you all want me to talk about. Again, I know it has been a rough day, and just wait and see what was going on. Again, I apologize. It's just, my computer decided the first one didn't want to work. The second one decides it wants to update, and so this is the third take of being able to do that. So we know that Mother's Day is next week, right? Mother's Day is next week, so we'll be sending out love to our mothers next week. So maybe we'll shout out love for our moms as well next week. So I am so glad that you are with us. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you for sticking in with me, even when my technology is trying to be disrespectful. Know we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And as always, thank you so much for being Savannah Strong. Good night, everybody.